When it comes to extracting oil, it must be done with the best equipment. The bigger the oil field is, the bigger the risks. And the bigger the equipment so they can withstand the worst weather and heavy seas. These oil rigs you are about to see are responsible for extracting oil from some of the biggest oil fields on the planet. They are large enough to withstand all the worst weather imaginable. Let's look at 10 of the largest oil rigs in the world. Number 10. The Hibernia Offshore Oil Platform. This oil rig is located 160 miles from St. John's, Newfoundland. It has been producing oil since November 1979 and is Newfoundland's first offshore production platform. It consists of 3 components. First, the top, which accommodates the drilling process and utility equipment, and a living quarter for the Hibernia platform workers. The other 2 components are the gravity base structure and offshore loading system. When the oil platform was first discovered, it was projected to have a lifespan of 20 years. It has long since surpassed the life expectancy and extended to the past 2040 due to daily maintenance. It is currently the largest oil platform in the world by height. Number 9. The Olympus. The Olympus is a massive oil rig located 130 miles south of New Orleans in the Gulf of Mexico. It weighs more than 120,000 tons and is 40 stories high. The structure is attached to the seafloor about 3,100 feet down by large, thick pipes. The platform floats, but unlike other platforms, it does not sway. About 192 workers live on this rig and generally work for about 2 weeks non-stop. The oil rig is built to withstand the toughest weather conditions, given its location. Oil production began in February 2014, and it features 24 wells and is owned by Shell. It is Shell's largest floating deep-water platform. Number 8. The Bald Plate Oil Platform. This oil shore is the first ever freestanding offshore compliant tower. It is 1,902 feet tall, making it the second tallest structure built in water in the world. This massive rig is located off the coast of Louisiana. It's owned and operated by the Hess Corporation, was designed by Hudson Engineering in Texas, and was installed by Harima Marine Contractors. Hess is the 5th largest oil producer in the Gulf of Mexico, and Bald Plate contributes a lot to this as it has 7 wells that pump 50,000 barrels of oil daily. It is so big that it was built in multiple sections and put together at the final destination. It is designed to sway during a storm. Number 7. The Bullwinkle Oil Platform. The Bullwinkle is located in the Gulf of Mexico, roughly 160 miles southwest of New Orleans. It stands at 1,736 feet tall, with about 3/4 of its height below the surface of the water. It weighs about 77,000 tons. The Bullwinkle is a fixed steel platform supported by piles, as at the time this platform was installed in 1988, it was the 3rd tallest freestanding structure ever built. The Bullwinkle was owned by Fieldwood Energy and taken over in 2010 by Superior Energy Services. The total amount used to construct the jacket, that is the final part of the platform submerged underwater, is estimated at $500 million. The jacket was built by Marine Gulf Fabricators from 1985 to 1988 in Ingleside, Texas at the North Yard location and had to be moved to sea. It was transported by way of barge and was the 2nd tallest object ever to be moved next to the trolley platform. Number 6. The Blue Whale 2. The Blue Whale 2 is an ultra-deep water deck, semi-submersible drilling rig that is 383 feet long, 301 feet wide, and 387 feet high. It was built by the China International Marine Containers Company, a subsidiary of China's Merchant Group. This is a unique kind of oil rig. This is because, unlike other typical oil rigs, it is self-propelled, and as such it can drill in water that is over 11,000 feet deep and reach as far down as 49,000 feet. The Blue Whale 2 can travel at speeds of up to 10 knots, positioning itself in the optimal position of the field. It is not the first of its kind, as there is a Blue Whale 1 that completed drilling trials for inflammable ice or methane hydrate. They are the most advanced rigs of their kind. Number 5. The Benguela Belize Lobito Tomboco Platform. The name of this oil rig might be majorly unknown and a bit difficult to pronounce, but this oil rig is one of the tallest in the world. It is located in the Lower Congo Basin off the coast of Angola. It is approximately 60 miles offshore on the Cabinda coast. It is in water that is 1,200 feet deep. The oil rig has the largest topsides operated by Chevron, so big that they take up the space of 2.5 football fields. It is owned by the Chevron Corporation and is the first compliant tower in Africa. It is also the world's largest single-piece pile ever installed. The topsides are supported by a large compliant pile tower that stands in 12,000 feet of water, and it also has a living quarter that inhabits 157 people. It has a life expectancy of 25 years. Number 4. Perdido. The Perdido oil rig is owned by Shell Oil Company and is the deepest oil floating platform in the world. Its name in English means lost and was rightfully given because the rig is at a depth of 8,000 feet in the Gulf of Mexico. It is so big that the portion above the water is almost as tall as the Eiffel Tower. It began production in 2010, and at its peak it produces 100,000 barrels of oil equivalent and 200 million cubic feet of gas per day. The platform has 3 topsides, often known as decks. The drilling rig, processing units for oil and gas, and crew housing are on these topsides. It has 35 subsea wells connected by a network of 27 miles of pipelines, and 172 people are needed to keep it operational. Due to its isolated location, Perdido also boasts the largest safety boat of any Shell facility, which can hold 24 people in an emergency. A helipad with space for 2 Sikorsky S-92 helicopters carrying 19 passengers is also present. Number 3. Petronius. Built between 1997 and 2000, Petronius is a deep-water compliant oil platform. It was thought to be the tallest freestanding building when erected, but the Burj Khalifa surpassed its height in 2010. The platform is located in the Petronius field about 130 miles southeast of New Orleans in the Gulf of Mexico, which was first discovered in 1995. Because Petronius is barely 75 meters above the water, it may appear small initially. It can extract 60,000 barrels and 100 million cubic feet of natural gas daily. The recoverable reserve of the field is thought to be between 80 and 100 million barrels of oil equivalent. Chevron runs the Petronius oil rig, costing an estimated $500 million. Number 2. Trawl A platform. This platform isn't just massive, it is also a world record holder for the largest offshore gas platform. It was granted this Guinness World Record title in 1996 and is also the tallest structure that has ever been moved to another position and the second heaviest object moved by humankind. The Trawl A platform, one of the largest and most complex engineering projects in history, is located off the west coast of Norway in the Trawl gas field. It is a deep gravity-based structure operated by Equinor. This platform is 683,000 tons in weight and stands on 4 legs that each stretch 944 feet below the ocean's surface, making it 600 feet taller than the Eiffel Tower. Because the legs extend so deep below the top of the water, it takes an elevator 9 minutes to descend to the seabed. The legs are built of steel-reinforced concrete and are more than a meter thick. The platform was constructed using Norsk shells by Norwegian builders. The deck was erected separately from the base, and the base construction began in 1991 and cost roughly $650 million. The Trawl A platform expanded because the original platform wasn't big enough. The platform was towed more than 120 miles from the northern part of Rogaland, thoughts to the trawl field. The tow took 7 days to complete. The platform has 70 wells, and the gas is exported through many pipes until it reaches the processing plant at Kalsnes. The platform received an additional section in 2010, including a control room and housing for platform employees. Number 1. The Berkut oil rig. The Berkut oil rig, also known as the Golden Eagle, is the biggest in the world. It weighs 200,000 tons. It is located in the Sea of Okhotsk on the Russian Pacific coast just north of Japan. The rig was built for the Arkokundagi field, a massive field that spreads over 60 square kilometers. It contains recoverable oil reserves estimated at 72 million tons. The platform is 344 feet long, 196 feet wide, and has a height of 472 feet. It is estimated to extract 4.5 million tons of oil per year. The oil rig is in one of the coldest places on Earth, so it is ice resistant. It can run with a temperature as low as -28 degrees Celsius. This concludes the video on the biggest oil rigs in the world. Today, there are millions of oil wells around the globe, but these are some of the biggest you'll ever find. Which of these oil rigs did you find the biggest? Let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to share with friends, like, and subscribe to the channel. You can also click on that bell-like icon to get more entertaining comments.